Just in case you're counting, in about 35 minutes, the 4 o'clock broadcast here on Channel 4 will draw to a close.
Yep. That's right. I'm retiring and Stephanie is moving on to new adventures, but we're always going to remember the impact that she's had on us right here in Denver. The spring heat is topping our news today, and good afternoon. I'm Larry Green.
And I'm Stephanie Riggs.
The news at 4 o'clock is our first opportunity in the evening to tell you what's going on in the world.
Speaking of zookeepers,
Dr. Dave Nida, critic at large Greg Moody. Nice
we mix in the latest health and entertainment news.
10 years ago today, the Buffalo Creek fire started in Pike National Forest.
But we always try to get to the heart of a story. No one does that better than Stephanie Riggs.
we are a nation that loves to take vitamins.
Yet a new report.
It was a format where I could spend 6 minutes talking about children in the most remote part of Eastern Africa.
And she did.
Paintbrushes, you can paint.
Stephanie traveled all around the world and took on many great causes.
Africa is becoming a continent of children. It's not unusual to see an 8-year-old responsible for his brothers and sisters. Their parents are gone. AIDS and a mediocre healthcare system continue to wipe out the adult population here.
We are happy, happy to see you again.
These children are welcoming home the man and woman they call father and mother.
She spent 10 days in Africa with Marty and Hugh Downey, a Colorado couple who has spent 40 years caring for AIDS orphans.
What made you decide to do this?
You know what? It was one of those things that seemed natural. We did this in Eritrea.
Stephanie showed us how what might seem like a small effort made a big difference.
When Stephanie went with us to Africa, we were caring for around 500 AIDS orphans. Immediately after she went to Africa and some of her work appeared in the news, we are now caring for 1,576. So we've more than tripled the number of AIDS orphans we care for.
Omar Jah and Marty and Hugh taught me that Africa is probably one of the most beautiful places in the world to go, the most wonderful people, but it is a desperate place that needs as much help as we can give.
Stephanie told the story of another couple who wanted to help others, parents of conjoined twins, Lexi and Sid.
Was it harder or easier than you thought to hand them off?
It was harder.
It was harder than you thought it would be.
And as soon as my husband met her, he was like, oh, she's perfect. And then when I met her, I said, this is perfect, absolutely perfect.
Oh, God, look!
They spent months together as the babies were born and then separated in a delicate surgery that took more than 15 hours.
What is the news you want to hear?
I want to hear that they're
Separate, toes are moving.
legs are kicking.
Okay, done.
We had all the surgeries and we had procedures. She's very calming. She's very compassionate. She's just an all-around wonderful person.
I wanted to show that it was a love story of a couple and these babies.
How's my favorite co-anchor?
At 5 feet 10 inches tall, Stephanie became an unlikely spokesperson for a group of people who are often misunderstood.
Josh Maudlin will not grow much taller than 4 feet. This 14-year-old is 1 in 20,000 living with a medical condition called dwarfism.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. I never knew there was other people like me.
Okay, what else?
Home, James.
Little people are people. I want to thank Barb and Chris for helping me explain why
She wrote
I
a children's book
called
explaining
Never
dwarfism with all the profits going to the Little People of America organization.
And I just wanted them to have a teaching tool so they could go to school and say, this is who I am, this is why I'm this way, and don't judge me because I'm different. I'm just shorter.
It was these and many more compelling stories that gave the 4 o'clock news its heart.
To me, it has just been an incredible journey, and I am so blessed. I thank God every day. I tell you, there's so much more work that needs to be done in Africa. So if you want to do me a favor, I know so many of you have called and written to me, take on a child in Africa. Believe me, it would make my heart explode if that happened. I want to thank you so much for giving me your trust. It has meant the world to me, and I'm talking to you that have sent me cards and letters that say that you appreciate what I've done. I did it because I love this state and I love the people in it, and I will always hold CBS4 News very close to my heart because they let me take all those adventures, and thanks for responding to all those wonderful causes.
Apparently you love a few Africans, too. That's a good thing going for you, and I think right now you should embark on your new career as a travel agent, traveling around and helping people.
Helping people, I would.
That would be
I
very
want to say something else, too. Bill Mashur went with me on all those adventures. He claims he's crashing for the 5 o'clock broadcast, editing a story, but I wish he could come out here. I don't think he will because he likes to stay behind the scenes. Danny, I know you can come up here right now, and I know you can come up here, Gil.
Oh, yes.
And I think one of the hardest things for me today was that I got that final. That's what Gil does every day right before we start this broadcast. Come here, Gil.
Come on, guys.
They're
Come on
shy,
over
and I
here.
talk about them all the time on the broadcast, but every day they say, hey, you're doing great. Love that story.
These guys have been with us since the very beginning. Danny, I know for sure. Gil, you came along a little bit later than that, but these are the special guys that we have here in the studio with us, and we're going to miss them, I know that, but we're leaving them to some other people so you can harass them, okay?
And there's thanks, you guys. We love you.
Thank
God
you,
bless
guys.
you. And you know what? There's a whole crew in the newsroom that we can't honor right now, but we don't do this every day by ourselves. We have a lot of people that make us look good, so I want to say thanks to them. God bless everyone at this station.